I think humor is the greatest sign of intelligence. The ability to read the room and to be self-aware and to see your blind spots, know they're there, and navigating all of that requires being sort of deft. Being like mentally flexible is a sign of intelligence.
Would you describe yourself as a comedian, writer, and podcast? Are you a podcaster as well?
Yes,
Very good.
allegedly.
Okay. Ali, thank you for joining us
Thank
here
you for having me.
on Chef's Table Talks. A perfectly appropriate guest being a stand-up comedian, writer, and podcaster.
Yeah.
But we go beyond just the chefs to people that anybody that has an opinion about food and is interesting is invited to be
Well,
on this
I
show.
feel
So
honored
thank
then.
you.
Yeah, I also have a pulse.
Yeah, exactly. Ali, I guess I want to start by asking you about your biggest, what is your most important food memory?
My biggest memory of food? Um, for years, I ate the same thing every day. My diet was completely deficient of nutrients growing up, which is probably why I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease at an early age. I mean, there wasn't like nutritional awareness growing up in the 90s. Like I had Eggo waffles. I had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that I made for it sounds like I grew up in an orphanage. To be honest, I had a very nice family in Connecticut. I had made myself peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the peanut butter and jelly Smucker's jar where they're both together already, the peanut butter and jelly. That was like I really needed to be saved the step of opening two jars.
So it was store-bought.
It was store-bought, it was a jar, and there would be streaks of peanut butter and
Oh.
streaks of jelly, and I would glob that, and then it would become, like, sort of a brown paste, and that I would have that with a Capri Sun, and for dinner, my mother would make a meal, and I would protest the meal, and then eventually eat cereal, and that lasted until I was, like, 17. So, that didn't really answer your question, but it does give you a dark window into my upbringing with food.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Crohn's disease. That's
Yeah.
serious. So that's
It's
tough
autoimmune. I
relationship
mean,
with food.
basically, well, I'm glad we're starting here. You know, it's just that like I don't even know that I actually can eat whatever. I'm like been in remission for a long time. And then everyone knock on wood. But I had like a pretty limited palate growing up. I just wasn't exposed to such sophisticated cuisine. My father is what my sisters and I joke, he's a beginner eater. So basically, any restaurant you go to, my dad'll get sort of the introductory meal to that cuisine. So if you go to an Italian restaurant, he'll get penne vodka. If you go to a Chinese food restaurant, he'll get General Tso's. If you, there's not much. He's not experimenting. So I would imagine I, at that point in time, inherited some of his limitations. But at least I can make a woman come.
Um, did you travel with your family at all?
Yeah, we did travel. We did travel. I don't know, I just, like, feel like it was Italian food. We would go oh, you know what? This is actually a good food memory. My family, they're best friends with another family, the Thompsons, and we would go over to their house Sunday nights, and their nonna, who was from Italy, would make the best gnocchi on Sundays, and we would have gnocchi with red sauce and incredible meatballs. And then the rest of the week, we would just kind of scrape together whatever crap my mom bought from a 7-Eleven. But those were special meals, the Sunday night Italian food at the Thompson house.
Um,
I can keep going. I can keep going about food. Now
yeah,
now
hot
it's really
takes.
sinking in. My father, okay, he would take us to steakhouses. That was his ideal meal. We would go to Morton's Steakhouse and we would have like the full steakhouse dinner. Like I remember getting French onion soup. I remember he would get like scallops wrapped in bacon and he'd always want the bacon well done. Now I'm remembering everything. It takes me a second. And then we would have an amazing steak. You get a porterhouse and he would explain over and over again, well, that side, this side. And then we would have a souffle. And I had a lot of diner breakfasts with him. Breakfast was really important. I'm remembering.
Like at specific diners.
At diners, we would always that was like very special on the weekends. I would have a diner breakfast with my dad and my sisters. I don't know where my mom was. Maybe she would come, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he loved diners and he likes breakfast even still.
Mhm. And does that transfer to you?
Yes, I love diners because I love that people look at menus at diners as if they don't know what's on the menu. I love that it's like one of the only restaurant institutions in the country where you can still get whatever you want and modify whatever you want, because all these restaurants now are like, "Oh, and if you don't want it like that, well, you can just suck our dick." You know what I mean? And it's like, "I want well, why don't I have it how I want it?"
Yeah.
David?
Especially yeah, I mean,
David.
especially what?
I don't know, I'm looking at you like you regret having me. Go
No,
on.
not at all, not at all, not at all. What was, like, a drama that would unfold, like a typical drama in your household with you, your siblings, or your parents over, like, a dinner table in the house?
I mean, a big struggle that kind of remains a struggle in my family unit is that my dad doesn't want to go out to eat at like nice restaurants. My dad is like allergic to gourmet and fancy and explorative. Like he doesn't do that. So we travel, but then he's like really resistant to having an adventurous meal. And, food is such a big part of traveling. It's, like, kind of the one of the biggest joys of other than, like, whatever, experiencing a new place, but food is so intrinsically a part of that, and, like, he is just, like, I love him but he's not wanting to put himself out there. My mom and him would then have this whole thing, and we're like, however anyone is with their mom, they're like, "Divorce him." But, you can't, like so, that was always a thing. But I don't know what we just talked at each other at the dinner table, kind of like how I'm doing with you now. We
Yeah,
just
yeah.
talked at each other. Everyone was in their own melodrama,
Yeah.
and despite how much he worked, which was like so much, and I know he probably had a second family somewhere. We always had family dinner. He always made that happen.
Um, so you like being able to order whatever, and your dad does not like fine dining either. What is your hot take on fine dining?
I do think some gourmet is too gourmet. Like a mutual friend of ours, Daniel, he loves if it's like, I think we all were together when we were served a dish that was called Bite of Rain. And I think I was then making a joke the rest of the trip we were on. I was like, I just want one more bite of rain. But I didn't. It's to me, it's nothing. This is a pointless type of food. Like I want like a meal. I kind of like hate those meals where they're like, well, these are 17 courses of you take a bite and then the micro plating. I don't care about that. I like fat ass food. I'm not saying like literally fat, but like, I want to be able to eat it all at once. I also don't like you can't like track. I have an issue pacing myself with these meals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, well, do I have 15 more little bites coming? Because this is kind of a disaster now.
Yeah, well, it becomes a time thing, and then the amount of talking from the server. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of are referring to it, remembering a certain dinner.
Yeah.
Um, there was a moment where we went to a dinner. We were on a trip,
Yeah.
friends. Went to a dinner at a food festival special tasting thing.
Mhm.
Following that dinner, you immediately decamped. You and Dan and Rob, we all just you immediately left the city. You want to
Yeah.
tell me what happened?
At that food festival?
Yeah, what happened with the whole thing for you? Give me your whole, like, take on what happened
Well,
there.
some of this drama has nothing to do with food, but we were invited by I think Rob coordinated with you, a friend of ours, to go to this food festival in Italy, which if you haven't been, you're missing nothing. And there were a bunch of chefs that had come together and were kind of all serving like their bite of rain, you might say. And we got but it was actually a very cool festival. Like, I'm making fun of it, but there was like different chefs that were coming together and they were like co-creating a dinner, which I think is like very cool. I can't really remember the food because it was so many of those little bites. And I'm knocking my dad for not being adventurous, but like I don't need to have a dinner that's like, pigtail with dusting of gold salmon roe. Like to me, I don't want that. It's not the type of food I like or crave, and it just doesn't bring me
Mhm.
joy.
You want a bowl of pasta.
I want a bowl of pasta. I want a bowl of pasta. Or I like amazing sushi.
Mhm.
Sushi's one of I'm going on a rant. Sushi is one of these foods that once you have really good sushi, you kind of can't go back. That you're done with bad sushi now. You're
Mhm.
fucked. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well,
It's not
money-wise, yeah.
yeah, but it's not like pizza, where you can have amazing pizza and then easily go back to bowling alley pizza. Sushi's not like that.
Mhm.
Once you have it's like dating a hot girl. Once you date a really hot girl, you're done with ugly girls. Anyway, we went to this festival. All the bites were very weird. They were named all these abstract things. Then we left. We got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, what do you do? Like, how do you do it, and, like, why?
I have had a pretty lucky journey with stand up. It's like really the only job I've ever had, which is shocking. I was an NBC page when I graduated college. That was my first job out of college.
Like, literally Kenneth
Yes,
from
Kenneth.
30
Exactly. Most people
Rock.
don't know. I did that. I like seated people at the Tonight Show and SNL and blah blah blah. And I left the page program to write for The Onion. And I did that for 8 months. They had a video department that was short lived in New York. And during that time, I booked the Tonight Show and I was 23 and I got a whole team at WME from it. And enough work somehow cobbled together to do the freelance artist comedy thing and moved to LA. And, dreams come true because now I'm here with you.
Yeah, and this is it.
And this is it. It's one of those things of like, how everyone I think feels like in the arts of like, I'm never going to work again. I peaked. I didn't peak. Oh my God, that was amazing. Okay, it's over. Now what do I do? I thought that was, I think everyone feels that to some capacity.
Mhm.
That's every day.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the reasons that I wanted you on the show is because I think that you're very funny, but it's not just like the craft, it's just like your way of being is like really like, compelling.
Thank you.
Why like you went to New York to be a page? Like
I went to NYU.
what made you want to do that?
I, um,
Or like when did you get this idea?
to be a page.
Yeah, or like was that part of the path to try to
It was like
be in showbiz or like what
I
did you
was
want?
doing every internship under the sun that had any like relation to comedy. I was interning at the Howard Stern show and Luby. I interned at the Tonight Show. I interned at the Colbert Report and the Page program. I remember when I interned at the Tonight Show, they were like learning about how competitive the Page program was. And anytime I something's hard to get, this is across the board in my life. I'm like, I have to get it. They're like, it's so hard. It's harder to get into. Then I was like, I'm doing it. I just fucking became friends with everyone at 30 Rock. I had all these internships and I remember going in for the interview and you do a panel interview with like all these other candidates. It's like but I was like, I'm doing this. It didn't matter. I didn't have stage fright at that time. I'd already been doing stand up. So like talking in front of people, I was like, I'll fucking crush them.
Mhm.
And I got that. And I remember thinking, well, I want to, network with the writers on these late night shows because I want to be a comedian. And I was like, I'll just work this corporate path as long as I need to while doing stand up and one of them will pop. And nothing's popped, but I started that way,
Yeah.
you know? That's what I did.
And I remember somebody telling me or seeing a meme about it that people fear public speaking more than death.
Yeah.
And you kind of had overcome all that at a younger age. And like, how did you do that? Like, where does your confidence come from?
Mm. Well, growing up, I was closeted. Like I had an awareness that I was gay and that was privately crushing for me, but I was always really funny in school and something happened for me when I like felt the relief of being on stage and making people laugh and getting that validation and that high and like eventually then like talking about my sexuality on stage. I just it was like permission to be myself. It made everything that was scary and upsetting to me funny and a relief. And I don't know, that whole like mechanism of going out in front of people and like I remember like a lot of my jokes at one point when I started saying them, I was like so ashamed to say some of them, but I would like make myself say it on stage and would get a huge laugh. And I was like, oh, I don't need to be ashamed of these things or parts of myself. So it became sort of like that as well,
Hmm.
you know?
So it's like you feel free on stage.
Yeah. Like I feel more nervous, I think, doing something like this than being on stage because I also don't know the people in the crowd. And I feel like I can kind of say things and like I just let it go after the show, but like, I'll see you again
Yeah,
and you'll remember what I said.
I will. Yeah.
So there's something like that's more haunting about that
Yeah,
to
but
me,
that's no different than just, like, having going being at a dinner with you or whatever.
which is
It
why I
remains
want to
haunting.
stay home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay. What advice do you have for young people that look at you and they're like, "Oh, I wanna do what she's doing"?
Like stand up. A lot of people ask about stand up advice. I feel like the best advice is you just have to do it. I've had these like calls with people that are interested in starting at various points in their life. And it's like, you don't need to spend any more time writing or any more time thinking about how you're going to do stand up. You just have to be on stage and do it. And how do you get on stage? There's open mics in every city across the country. You just get on stage and just fuck up on stage. Like, be up there and don't get laughs and be okay with it and bomb and like suck
Yeah.
and just keep doing it. Just keep doing it.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's just nothing else to say.
Yeah.
All these
Yeah.
calls I have with these people, I'm like, there's
Like,
nothing to do.
what kinda call like, who's
Just
calling
people
you?
will like, whatever. Like people will be like, I want to be a stand-up. Can I talk to you? Or like my sister's friend, or like my family, a cousin. Like there's always someone who's like, I want to be a stand-up, and they're like, well, what do I do? And it's like, just go on stage.
So somebody comes in, they're like, "Oh, my sister really loves want
Yeah.
to do stand up. Like, will you give her some advice?"
Yes, of
And the advice
course.
is just to go and do it because there's no way to build that skill. And it's not about necessarily how clever your jokes are. It's about what?
I think it's more about, I mean, listen, the jokes, of course, you'd hope matter, but it's really like a showmanship type thing. You know, a lot of comedians, it's like they're people just want to listen to them or their stage presence is so alluring. Sure, their material is good, but it's so not all of it,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is that, we're afraid to do it because we're gonna suck, but then you can't get good unless
Of course,
you
it's the
do
whole
it.
Ira Glass, the gap.
The gap. For the listeners, the gap is, you want to do something because of your taste. Like, let's say in a situation where it's like you want to do stand up, like you love stand up, you love listening to great stand up comedians. You're like, I want to do that. You go, you prepare and you get ready and you try it and you bomb because that's what happens when you're first starting. And then you quit because you're like, oh, I can't do this. The only way to get your skill level to the level of your taste is through repetition.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing it over and over again. It's the same thing with filmmaking or like any creative work with cooking. You have to be okay. You have to embrace failure.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
What was the worst bomb that you ever had that you remember?
Um, I always think about this one time that it was actually like it was like a paid open mic. It was like you would like put $5 down and they'd put your name in a hat and you'd be like they'd pull your name and you'd do like a couple minutes on stage. And the times that I'm most freaked out about stand up are when someone I know and care about is watching me. And there were a few comedians there that I had looked up to that were like a little bit older than me in comedy. It's sort of like a high school experience, like the stand up of like I was a freshman and
Mm.
the sophomores were there. And I remember going up and I remember just it was like a 3-minute open mic. I mean, it was nothing. And I was like, I don't I was like, I don't remember anything. And everyone was like, okay. Like no one was good at that point in time. But like you have your eyes on like, oh, this person's gonna be great. And it's true. Like if I look at like 10 years ago when I was doing this, like a lot of my contemporaries now, it's amazing. But I remember just blacking out and I just spent the whole time standing there being like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I remember going home and being like, "You are such a schmuck today." But I was in my head that they were watching me and I wanted to like hang out with them. Terrible.
I mean, when you're trying new material, you don't want anyone you know in the room. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean, you're not just trying new material. I just don't want people I know in the room
Yeah.
usually. Like I don't it's not fun for me. Like once in a while, of course, you need to let people that you love come see you do your thing. I get it. And I know they're trying to like support me, but I feel better about doing my thing when I am not then also taking care of people that come. And the other thing is like comedy shows or become social experiences. So friends come and they're like, "This is a party," but it's like I want to like think about what I'm going to say and do it. So it's not.
Right. Because then
That's
you're
probably similar with like the
oh, set visits or something?
exactly.
There I hate the set visit.
It's like
It is
I'm
awful.
working right now, and this is like fun. People then with food, people are like, "I'm eating, I'm
Yeah,
enjoying," and you're
yeah.
like, "I'm trying to do a whole different thing."
Yeah, and now I have to worry about, like, because 'cause I'm, like, a horrible people pleaser, horrible in the sense that it is horrible how much I try to people please,
Yeah, I know, I
that I
understand.
need to make sure that they are entertained by what is happening behind the scenes,
Yeah,
and, I'll allow my kids to come because at 4 and 6, just snacks are entertaining to them.
yeah,
A wide variety of snacks is they'll think that I'm cool if there's enough snacks,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that's easy, but
No, this is a perfect last week I did the Will turn with Hannah Burner, and all of our friends wanted to come because they're friends and they wanted to come. And Rob Fishman came, and I put Rob in the crowd, and I went out on stage and I opened and I did a joke and I heard Rob's laugh. And I was like, "Okay, good, Rob's having fun." Couldn't hear room of 2,500 people, only heard Rob's laugh. Great, Rob's laughing. Did another joke, heard Rob's laugh. Third
oh, no.
third joke, I stop hearing Rob's laugh. I am now panicking.
Yeah.
I'm devastated. Every joke now, I'm thinking, Rob hated that. Rob hated that. Rob hated that. 25 minutes of this. Rob hated that. Rob hated that. Rob hated that. Rob hated that.
Yeah.
Where's Rob? Where's Rob? Where's Rob?
Well,
This is
he's
nothing.
just on his
This
phone.
is insane. Rob is doing nothing. He's apparently enjoying. I get off stage. Rob comes back. Oh, I'm like, what the fuck? You hated it. I was like, I was listening to your laugh the whole time. He's like, I was cracking up the whole time. I was like, I heard you the first few minutes. I'm not exaggerating. This was the whole experience of me being on stage. All I was doing was trying to get Rob to laugh. I talk to him every day on the phone. I get him to laugh every
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
It
and his
was,
laugh is, wonderful. It's
but
a
it was
warming experience.
insane. It was
That well,
so
then he would cut
mentally ill.
well, why would he cut off the belly laugh, like, 3 jokes in? That's totally
Exactly.
unhinged.
I was like, it was a conspiracy.
So I'm gonna do you a favor right now. I'm gonna go right into camera B, if that is what it is. Don't ask Ali to come to the show. She'll let you if she needs you at a show, she'll let you know, okay, guys?
Yeah, truly. You know
Yeah,
what also
just leave
people
leave her
do
alone, okay?
that's really annoying? They go, "What time do you go on?" You're coming or you're not coming. None of this, what time do I go on? I'm not the Rolling Stones. You're coming to the show or you're not coming to the show. You're not getting special treatment. The show's at 8. I go on 8:35. Unless you're a girl I'm dating, I'll do whatever.
Well, yeah, it has to be something in it for you.
Yeah. If we're not fucking, just come to the show. If we're fucking, we'll get it,
We'll
we'll
figure
dial it in.
we'll figure it out. We'll dial it in because your time is precious,
We'll
girl.
dial in. Your time is precious and I worship you and I'll do anything. If you're my friend, you buy a fucking ticket, no discounts, support your friends, go to the show. That's it.
Yeah, and blend into the crowd
Yeah.
and yeah,
And don't say
exactly.
hi after.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't say hi after or before. Okay,
No,
cool.
I'm kidding.
Right. Okay, got it, got it. You talk about dating
Yeah.
in a lot of your, kind of in your work.
Yeah.
What kind of dinner or what kind of date, like dinner date, is ideal? Like set the stage, but like from a food podcast. Like give me something.
Wow. Okay. So, you know, dinner is not actually a first date. I don't even think dinner is like a fourth date, to be honest. Cause you want to get out of there the first couple dates. You're not hanging around and watching how someone eats. It's very intimate and it takes a minute. And when I first think about where I would go to dinner with a girl, and I have not been to dinner with a woman that I've been dating in so long, I only think about the restaurant should be very dark. That's what I think. I think the restaurant should be dark. And I think about vibe way before I think about food. I was having this conversation with someone the other, who the fuck? They're like, I'm taking her to this omakase. I was like,
Wait, as a first date?
it was a first date. And he was like,
No.
taking her to like a really intense omakase. He's like, it's a banger of a dinner. I was like, you do not do that on a first date. That's like a threat.
Well, it's also can last up to 2
It's
hours.
crazy.
There's
It's
very
crazy.
little upside to that.
No, it's crazy. For also, you're having to like, you're not in control of the food. You're making them like experiment. They have to. They're just being dealt.
It's an assault.
That is crazy for a first date. I think for like the first dinner date, you should just go to like cozy basic American fare. Like, I mean, even sushi feels like you're like really swinging for the rafters. Like, I would imagine you're just doing fucking like tiny little steak. Like, I'm thinking by me, like, I mean, I don't know. You would do Balthazar 10 years ago, not now. It's like a cheesecake factory.
Mm. Um,
Sorry.
we're saying that sushi is for friends, not for lovers.
Sushi's for friends, not for
Or not
lovers.
for date, yeah, because you kinda earn that level of intimacy to have to sit at the thing for a long time, and,
I will eat a girl out before I take her to dinner.
copy that. What is the, um what is the actual right way to do a first date?
A first date is you go and you get a drink. You go and you get an ice cold martini in a swanky room. That's it.
And if you're hungry, do you, like, order a snack off
Starve.
the menu? Just starve.
There's no eating.
What's the
Sure,
prep?
you could maybe pull off sharing a small bite. Maybe you could go to Bar Oliver. I'm thinking New York.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I will say for a second date, I'm thinking New York or LA, and obviously who cares about the flyover states, but a swanky hotel lobby is a great place to have a date once you're like, because you don't want to be trying too hard on the first date.
No.
But those are nice spots
Yeah.
to like catch a vibe.
Um,
What do you think is the perfect first date?
I mean, I have no idea, to be honest.
It's a drink, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's seasonal. I'm
No,
thinking
I think it's a
martini
drink.
because
I
it's
think
like winter
it's a
and
drink or coffee, just, like,
not a coffee. I mean,
not
unless they're sober.
not really knowing it much from experience, but just strategically, it seems like you would wanna get in and out quickly, or the ability to, so it's just like you get
Right.
a vibe, and then 'cause there's also a high risk, like, what if it's super awkward and it's just torture,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, hopefully it's not that. I'm really it's interesting, like I feel like New York has more of like a food drink centric date culture because here obviously everyone was like, let's go for a hike. Let's go for a walk on the beach.
That
Let's
seems
go
like
for
a
a
lock-in. That
coffee.
seems like a long lock-in.
It's brutal. The girls here like to do that.
A long walk.
They want to walk. They want to get thrown off a cliff. I don't know what they want. They want to like go to the pier. Like they want to do outdoorsy stuff, which I think is not a great conducive date environment.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know,
Mhm.
I think.
What do you pre-screen, like, with a video chat?
You know, if it were up to me, if I could convince a woman to go to do a pre-interview Zoom call on a date, I think that would be great. I think that would save time. However, I'm not dating at that rate right now, at which I would need a pre-interview.
Mhm.
And I also think getting that is a bit of a clunky. How do you even ask for that without seeming
Like a psycho, yeah.
like a psycho?
Yeah, it's sort of like asking for an NDA
No, you can't do it. But
early.
I think a phone call is very good as opposed to text if you can. I think it's swaggy if you can pull it off.
Yeah.
But if you call too many times, again, it's like you really it's a
In
balance.
our era, is one phone call feel like an assault? Like, if you're texting and then suddenly the phone starts ringing,
I
what
think
what does
you
that
need
do
to
to
have
you?
met them in person before you cold call them.
So meeting is more, yeah,
You
the phone.
can't
Yeah.
cold call them before a date. I would be like, this is really weird. But it's a time saver. I kind of
Mhm.
agree. It depends, I guess, how old you are. Maybe if you like have kids, you should call people
W
and cut people out before you waste time on the date. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause I'm
yeah.
like, I don't need you around my life.
Yeah. Also, is that a good way to kind of screen, like, if somebody feels threatened by a phone call that maybe there are gonna be other issues that will come
I
up?
I haven't given that the much thought, but I don't know.
A
I don't
phone is a phone call upsetting to you?
No, a phone call is not upsetting to me. What's more upsetting to me are, I'll tell you what was upsetting to me. I dated a girl recently who, when I would send messages, uh, she would just heart them. No reply. To me, it's not a reply. What are you gonna do if we get married? I'm gonna give my vows. You're gonna hurt them. This was like crazy. I don't think it's a reply. It's almost ruder than a lack of reply because it's like I saw this and I don't care. Do you know what I mean?
It's like saying, like, "That's
It's like
nice."
saw it.
It's not even saying that's nice.
It's so low effort that it's like you're not even ready to date. If you
Yeah.
can't write ha ha ha, don't date.
If you
Texting is so
yeah,
a part of dating
laughing
now.
face emoji, like, also, there's no, like, translation to human interaction that is a
No, it's
a
nothing.
check mark on a or a thumbs up on somebody else's where it's like you saying something to me, I'm just like,
No, literally, I'm like, "I'll go talk to ChatGPT.
yeah,
Thank you for your time. Chat Geppetto is in my pocket and willing to listen to me all day long.
yeah,
And from the next software update, Chat will sext with me. I do not need you. I will talk to Chat.
yeah.
If you can only heart a message, we're done here."
Or they should at least get
She was a
you.
very sweet girl. I'm really just doing a bit, but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hearting is nothing.
right.
It just to lose my
At the
mind.
very least, they could ask ChatGPT for a response to your
Yeah, yeah,
message
exactly.
if you're gonna go
Well,
low
that would
effort.
take more effort than just replying. It's so exhausting to reply. I mean, these people that are like, "I'm not good at my phone." They're always on their phone when they're with you. Let me tell you, these people.
I'm not good on my phone. I'm not good about my phone is one of the greatest lies of the 21st
You are
century.
good on your phone when you want to be good on your phone.
Yeah.
It's interesting. People that are not good on their phone also cheat.
So so curious, isn't it?
So curious.
The data
You're able
sets,
to
yeah,
find another person to hook up
the
with.
data is so interesting on that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
not good on my phone. That's crazy because it's 2026. I don't know how you keep a job. It's like
Yeah.
saying I don't fuck with computers.
So, what is the etiquette about going into someone else's phone, even with permission? What are you doing on
You do
somebody
what you
else's
have to
phone?
do,
Yeah.
ultimately. It's not the best thing to do, but my ex called me anxious attached. Turns out I was onto something. That gets a laugh on stage. Um,
Which she was or you were?
no, she was like, "You're so anxious attached," but she was cheating. So,
Oh, there you go.
so I had to go through the phone. And you have to do what you have to do. I don't think you should be in relationships where you feel you need to go through someone's phone, but also a woman's gut is never wrong. So go through the fucking phone. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do whatever you have to do.
Just
Anything goes.
just figure out
I
if you're
mean,
being cheated on,
I don't
or are
like
there
think
other
I
things you can do?
totally mean this, but what I'm trying to say is just like follow your heart. If you wanna go through someone's phone, like, that's toxic, but, like, probably what they're doing is also toxic. So, like, pick a lesser of 2 evils, you know?
Yeah.
This is I think Odysseus goes through this in the Odyssey. He's like, "Oh, do I go through her phone or not?"
Okay, if you sneak onto somebody's phone, you figure out their password, you get onto the phone, are you allowed to confront them with the information that's in
Yes.
there, or is it forbidden
No, I
knowledge?
did that. I did that. I
Okay,
did that.
because it was about
I
you.
was like, "Why are you?" No, I mean, it was my ex was texting her ex-boyfriend the whole time we were together, and then now she's obviously dating the guy. I went through the phone and I was like, why are you texting this guy like every day?" And it always the person that gets caught is like, "Don't go through my phone." It's like,
Yeah,
well,
then it's like, this is inadmissible.
yeah, yeah, but it's like, okay, well, that's over now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's like it came up on the scan that you have so and so disease, and they're like, "Why'd you scan me?" It's like, well, you have the thing, so it doesn't matter.
What if you are going through the phone, you don't find anything that she's not cheating on you,
Yeah.
but somebody else has written something about you in an unfavorable way because you searched your own name
Oh yeah,
in their
I've
chat.
it's good to search your own name.
Yeah, so are you allowed to confront that third party with the forbidden knowledge, knowing that it
Oh,
throws the
that's
first
tough.
party
I
under the
mean,
bus? Yeah.
listen, I think that if it's not like incriminating, you should probably just bury it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think we have this culture where you have to confess everything to come clean. I actually think it's fine. Just
B
keep some secrets, take it to the grave, be
Right.
quiet.
But
Like
it's not
no
a
one's
secret,
gonna
like,
find
what
out.
if somebody has dissed you?
No, I can get over someone dissing me.
You're not gonna need to confront them.
A diss? No, I don't care about a
What
diss.
is it? Yeah, a diss,
I
it's
mean,
a that's
I don't
a
know what a
dating
diss is.
that's
I
an
don't know
old
what a
that's an
diss
old
is.
that's an old
If my
phrase.
partner is doing something breaking the rules of our agreement,
Mm,
I'm listening. A diss? I mean, I'll just go to YouTube if I want a diss, read a diss about myself.
got it. What is the, appropriateness of cooking at home for a romantic interest? Like, when is that allowed?
When is that allowed?
Or when do you do it? Or do you ever do it?
I used to cook quite a bit when I was in LA, when I lived in LA, because you have space in LA. In New York, you're not cooking because you basically live in a dog pen. So it's tough to cook in New York. And I think where my pots and pans are supposed to be in New York are like probably like scarves.
Right.
It's very hard to cook.
You may not even have room for pots and pans, is what
Exactly.
we're saying here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm very open to women cooking for me, and I think they should.
What do you
I
want them what do you want them to do? Because it's actually a great opportunity for you to instruct women how to treat you the way that you want.
yeah, yeah, that's what this
So,
fuck
what
is.
are you looking for?
No, I mean, I think cooking for someone is like lovely and intimate and gorgeous. I also think that men who cook for women, I think that's really sexy as just an observer of straight culture. Wow, that's really impressive to me. I love the idea that a man is like cooking for his woman. And then women, of course, like you guys, you're nailing it in the kitchen, you know?
Yeah, because it's, like, such a performatively, like, um, progressive thing. Is that what you're saying? That's like a man's like, "Oh, let me take care of you. Let me cook for
Well, I
you."
just think it's sexy.
Yeah. Okay, so what should he be cooking?
I'm not a part of what men and women do together.
Well, you just said you observe it and you
Yeah,
think
but
it's hot.
I don't want to weigh in on. I mean, I don't know, cook whatever she wants. Cook what she likes.
Okay.
What is there to cook?
A
Cook
bite of
steak
rain.
and
Could you make such should you do some
pasta.
molecular
Pasta,
gastronomy?
cook pasta.
How many courses should we do?
Uh right. I would cook like a main dish and a side.
What's in your fridge?
Red Bull, Diet Coke, and that's it.
Caffeinated, carbonated.
Caffeine and I don't know, nothing. I'm on the road, nothing. It's terrible.
Literally everywhere I go, I'm seeing just matcha everywhere. Like, how did do you have it? How did this happen and
Uh
why?
I think people want caffeine alternatives that don't give you the crash. Because there are some people out there, not like us, who are addicts, but who don't want the high and then the low. But I like the buzz of the coffee. I mean, I'm still drinking coffee at 3 o'clock, and obviously my energy on this interview has been manic. But maybe if I had matcha, I would have had a steadier, one might say more Benny Blanco vibes in here. Alas, you had me and cold brew. One time I was dating this chick, and she had me stop drinking cold brew. She's like, "You're getting really aggro with." I had like roid rage from cold brew. I was like, "Listen to me when I speak."
Um, okay, and is it possible to be masculine and drink a matcha?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, good.
It's like, can you be masculine and wear pink? It's like you got it or you don't.
Yeah.
It's like being funny.
On the road, what are you eating when you're
It's
traveling?
very hard to eat healthy on the road.
How do you do that?
Well, it's very
What's
hard.
your routine? Or like,
Um,
okay, so you're riding on the bus.
it's really bad. I have a lot of protein
You're on
bars.
Hannah's giant luxury tour bus.
No bus. We fly. And then we'll
Private?
take No, we don't fly
You
private.
guys fly.
We
Okay.
we fly
H-
and then depending on we did 8 cities in 11 days. We got back today. And
Congratulations.
thank you. And we'll go like we did Colorado and we flew into Denver and then we'll drive to Colorado Springs and then we drove to Beaver Creek and then we drove to Aspen and then we went back to Denver. So we did those shows, but we were driving in between. But it's just her and me. So maybe if we're not exhausted, we'll go get a meal in town. Okay, whatever that looks like. But there's a lot of like room service and there's a lot of because you're done with the show late and you don't really eat before a show. Or then you eat at the venue and they're serving you like it's not good.
What do you get on it? Wait, what is your order on the airplane? Like you're okay, you're flying domestic from
Yeah.
one city to another.
Uh-huh.
What is your snack and what is your beverage?
I'm not eating plain food generally. I don't like it.
I'm talking about like is it Sun Chips or is it Biscoff?
And I'm
Like
saying it's not that. I will not take that food because it's crap. And I'm on a plane every day. So then I end up just eating bad every day. So really what I'm relying on are protein bars. This is so boring. My food life is terrible. I'm
it's okay.
thinking about it.
We'll add
My
music and
food life is so bad. I'm humiliated. It's like it's like
but you like to be
terrible.
healthy?
I like to try I don't I feel like so bad when I eat poorly.
Ah.
Like I feel
You feel
terrible.
guilty or you feel physically terrible?
Both.
Okay.
I'm just like lethargic, sluggish. My skin breaks out. Like it's better to eat well, isn't it?
Yeah. So
So,
how do you do that when you're on the road?
mm, I do a lot of smoothies.
Okay. What is your favorite restaurant in New York City?
Mm. There's a place. You know what's really good is Rossioli. Rossioli.
Yeah.
really good. I mean, I
It's
only
a
was
Roman restaurant.
there like a year and a half ago, but I like keep thinking about that meal and I keep wanting to go back. And right by there is Raku ramen, and they have this tan udon that's like beyond amazing. I think that the food in New York is great. I think that the food in Los Angeles is much better. And truly, my favorite restaurant right now is in LA, and it's River.
I've been hearing about this River.
It's
Everybody's talking about
the
River.
best restaurant. It's on Abbot Kinney, and it just is amazing. Like the hand rolls are phenomenal. Like the vegetable side, like it's just so good. Like I think I had some like Calabrian chili broccolini. I don't know. It feels like an Asian flair juice de Jelena type
Mm,
spot.
mhm.
It's really good. You
Yeah.
just don't get food like that in New York. I don't know why. I wish there was an Air One in New York.
They don't have Erewhon in New York?
No, New York has such like a regressive sense of like healthy food. They're like they just serve like this. They're still serving like gluten free stuff that's like like deformed looking. Like they haven't caught up to like LA's wellness culture of like this burrito has nothing in it. Like, do you know what I
Wait,
mean?
wait, and they still make it look
No,
presentable?
I just remember like, do you remember like 15 years ago when they'd be like that they just have all the normal things and then they'd be this is gluten free and it would be like a brick. And you're like, huh, okay, maybe don't serve that just yet. Maybe you have some more tinkering to do in the back. And New York kind of just like they can't really do vegan, they can't really do gluten free. There's like one place that kind of does it and it's like a mess. But here everywhere is like they're just I mean, Air One. I think of Air One is like the best.
Mhm.
I would take out a loan against my house to
Oh,
shop at Air One.
just you may have
I
to.
just love Air One.
Yeah.
It's such an overpriced nightmare and it's so healthy.
What is of these trends of, like, gluten-free or etcetera is bullshit and what is real?
Um, well, I'll tell you this much. Every time I've ever dated a woman, she's always been gluten free, and there's been a lot of them, but then they seem to draw their own boundaries around when they can and can't have gluten. None of them have been celiac, but they've all been gluten free. And how
Mm.
convenient. Whenever they go to my hometown, they can't eat anything. But whenever we're in New York, they make exceptions.
Hmm.
I found that to be true about all those gluten free girlies.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to be gluten free when I can because I do feel a bit better, but it's also a bit of bullshit.
Mhm.
Unless you have celiac.
Mhm. So celiac is the actual
Celiac is the
threshold.
thing, and then there's all
That's the
these
thing, and
gluten-free
then it
girls
becomes
that
like
are
a
like, "It gives me a headache." It's like, how about you might be your own voice that's giving you a headache.
Yes.
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 Does Europe, like, fuck with any of this?
I think that they just, like, drink wine and have olive
Aren't they just
oil
doing
and
whatever?
yeah,
And
they
they're like, "You can cheat, but keep it quiet. It's okay to do gluten and to fuck around on your wife, but please shush, shush, shush." And then everyone here is just like, "High protein, let's be an open relationship." You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah.
Do they even have like protein powder in Europe? Could you imagine being like, I need a protein shake in
I
Paris?
mean, I think it sounds insane
They'd be like,
in
why are
Europe, I
you
think.
an Olympic athlete? What do you need for? Like, just have a cigarette. Calm down, please.
It reminds me of, Nick Kroll's, like, Blue Lizard Hostel or whatever.
What's that?
He's like, "Oh, like, for lunch, in France, for lunch, sometimes we just have something cool, like 1, 2 bottle red wine and a cigarette and just, like,
Exactly.
some olive oil."
Yeah.
Um,
For breakfast, like a pastry or like that. I don't know.
are you funny in Europe?
I don't know.
Have you ever performed in Europe?
No,
Does
never.
comedy transcend
Wait, no,
borders
I
or is
did.
it
I've
local?
performed in London.
Oh, yeah, how'd that go?
Good.
Mm, great.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, Londoners like sarcasm. So I did well there. I did well there.
Sarcasm is the lowest form of humor. Have you heard this before?
I don't think that's true.
I know, but have you heard that phrase
I
before?
haven't even heard that.
Okay.
No. I think humor is the greatest sign of intelligence. The ability to read the room and to be self aware and to like see your blind spots,
Mhm.
know they're there,
Right.
and navigating all of that
And
is
yeah.
requires being sort of deft.
Yeah, and having curiosity
Yeah.
because the dumbest people think that they know everything.
Yeah.
And so I think that's like the biggest part of it is like when you're curious, things just become funny,
Yeah.
maybe. Oh.
I think that's right.
Hmm.
I would agree with you on that. I think
Hmm.
like being like mentally flexible is a sign of intelligence.
Hmm.
Like, people that are really rigid and they're not open to someone changing their mind, I think are not the smartest people.
Any big, like, shows or anything coming up that you're excited about?
Well, I'm on the road with Hannah Berner until March. She's taping a special, and so I'll be traveling with her until then.
It's great.
It's great.
She's a big fucking deal, huh?
Talk about a podcaster.
What about Carnegie Hall?
Carnegie
What
Hall
was
was
that
all
like?
it was amazing. It was really fun. I mean, getting to travel with her is so fun. I mean, her and I have been friends for so long, and now she's an amazing stand-up, and she's an amazing podcaster, Giggly Squad. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but it's really a big podcast, and it's hilarious.
Mm,
And Carnegie Hall was so fun, and it's, like, fun to come up with the homies. It
love it.
is. It's
Yeah,
fun to be like,
yeah.
"Whoa, my friend is so fucking good at this and loved." Like, that feels good.
That's great. That's, like,
Yeah.
the healthy way of looking at that, for sure.
Well, I think it's a buffet and there's food for everyone.
Yeah, that's exactly right. What's your policy on, like, crowd work? How do you deal with that?
I do it,
Yeah,
and I do it exceptionally well.
you know you do. In fact, many of your best videos are crowd work. Um, do you worry actually, I guess you don't worry about it because you do it well, so you encourage it? I mean, you don't want people, like
You want the clips. That's the whole thing with
so
stand-up.
that's the exchange. So somebody is being obnoxious in your crowd.
They're not like it's not really that. It's like more you talk to the crowd and you're filming it so you get the clips and then you post the clips because people love crowd work and then more people follow you and then more people come to your shows where you get to do your material and then you
Right,
sell
right.
more tickets. And when you post crowd work clips, you're not burning material, which is something comedians like to say. But it really doesn't really matter anymore because nothing matters because you could have a YouTube channel and sell out a theater. Nothing matters anymore. But
Yes.
that's the whole thing is like you save your material because you save it for the day that you get the special.
Yeah.
And then you do crowd work and people love crowd work clips.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm getting crowd work and hecklers confused.
Well, crowd work is just when you're doing stand up and you're talking to someone in the audience and heckling is just they're like I guess interrupting, but it's not so common that they're like being such an aggressive heckler.
Okay, so the aggressive heckling is people know not to do that typically.
I mean, they people will call out, but it's not usually crowd work is like initiated by the comedian.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but when you do get a heckler,
Yeah.
are you like, views are coming, and then you get like get ready to
Oh,
take
well,
this person
usually if
down?
it's like an amazing interaction with someone in the crowd, they've interrupted you and then you somehow masterfully put them in their place, the camera's not recording.
Right.
Usually that's what happens. They're like,
Right.
"Well, of course I didn't get that show." That,
Yeah.
you know what I
And then
mean?
you just have to like talk about it afterwards, like in a
Yeah, and then you're like, "You don't even know what I did
I don't
last
even
night." And
know.
everyone's like, "We don't care." And you're like, "Oh, fuck this. Today's my last day, I swear." I'm this fucking close. I'm this fucking close.
Did you ever hit a wall where you're like, I can't keep doing this anymore?
Stand up?
Yeah,
No.
great.
No, that's not. Do you hit a wall where you're like, I'm not gonna like eat anymore? Like, you're just do your thing.
Eating's not my job.
This is your thing. You do it. Even when I hate it, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Not do it? It's ridiculous.
Mm. How tired are you on the last show? Like,
Last night I was done.
you're just cooked.
The whole day I was like, I am not doing this. And even on stage, I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Did that become part of the bit?
No, they don't know that. I'm just like on stage, there's just a voice in the back of my head's like, "You're almost done. You're almost done. You're almost done." I'm sure it was a terrible show, but
Are you like fully conscious when you're doing it, or are you like in like a flow state or something? Like,
if it's a good show, then I'm in a flow state. I mean, like, there's always a part of me that's like watching myself, always just a little, because you need to know where you're going. But if that part is too loud, then you're like freaked out.
and you're judging yourself in
You're
the middle
judging.
of
Yeah,
it,
you can't get into it, or
like
you're
the
like
Rob situation with the laugh.
that. Yeah, or you're very aware of something that's taking you out. Ideally, you'll just be in it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the best. Doesn't always happen.
Okay. How do you know if a show went well, and how does that make you feel?
Stand up is pretty binary. You get a laugh or you don't.
Oh, so you know by the laughing.
By the laughing.
Okay, that's good. Do you get along with your mom?
Yeah, I do
Does
get
she
a.
have she been to your show ever?
Of course.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And do you hear her laugh in the audience?
No, I really have a hard time making my mom laugh.
How does that make you
She
feel?
doesn't think I'm that funny.
Oh,
She knows I'm funny. Like, she knows I'm funny. She's like, "You're funny." But she's not the easiest laugh for me to get. Not neither of my parents are. Very tough for me to get them to laugh. But they're very funny. They just don't I'm not their cup of tea. I'm definitely not their sense of humor. Like I don't know what they want.
Is that what brought you into comedy, do you think?
My mom like was really sick with Lyme disease growing up the whole time. And I think it was like an attention grab.
Yeah.
When I was little.
Oh, wait, you mean
Me being
the Lyme disease was the attention
No,
grabber?
no, no, me being funny.
Yeah.
My dad would always, like, when I was younger, he would, like, whisper things in my ear for me to say to go up to people in, like, restaurants and stuff and
Oh, okay.
say. So I remember I was, like I'd be, like, 7 or 8, and my dad would have me go up to someone at a diner and be, like a group of old women and be like, "Which one of you ladies can I take to prom?" You know, like, stuff like that, and I remember how that felt to get the laugh, and him and I that was our thing, and, that definitely gave me the bug.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there it is.
there it is.
Mhm. Why do we wake up in the morning and toil through this thing? Like, what are we
Life?
doing? Yeah, like,
Ah,
what
I don't
is it?
know.
What are we doing?
I am thinking that we might need to have kids in order for things to be meaningful. Because right now, I don't have them, and nothing means nothing, I'll tell you that much. I mean, I don't know how much longer making money and getting pussy is going to keep me afloat. I mean, it's just not that validating. And let me tell you, I can't get anyone pregnant the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to have to start thinking.
All right, we'll just we'll leave it there. Thank you, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks,
And
guys.
is there anything you're promoting at this time?
Just follow me on Instagram because it's the only time I feel anything. At Ali Kolbert. If you follow me, I'll be happy for half a second. It goes away fast, but I'm really like relying on those followers for to feel something. Thank you.
Same. Okay.